Space Force. The latest branch of the armed forces that after 30 years of planning finally sprung into existence thanks to the support of our last military genius.
We are going to have the Space Force.
But after a rocky launch, most Americans still don't know what Space Force actually does. Until now. I'm here at the Pentagon to find out what Space Force, the sixth and coolest branch of the US military, does. I'm talking spaceships, lasers. It's the military in space. Let's go check it out. Don't ask me how I got clearance. I'm not even an American citizen. Somehow I scored an interview with the very first head of Space Force, 4-star General J. Raymond, at the geometry-themed headquarters of the US Department of Defense. Obviously, a space military is cool as hell, but I wasn't sure what they actually do. So I made sure to prepare for this exclusive one-on-one interview. General Raymond, thank you so much for
thanks, Ronnie.
sitting in on this. Why is it called the Pentagon?
Have you ever seen the Pentagon shape?
Wait, you're saying Pentagon is a shape?
Right.
Like what?
Pentagon. Take a look at the building. You obviously studied hard in school.
Okay, General, Space Force. We're talking lasers, spaceships, rockets, fighting aliens.
Absolutely not. The mission of the Space Force is really to protect and defend the capabilities that we have in space and to deter conflict from beginning in space or extending into space.
What does Space Force do?
Let me give you an example. We operate for the world, free of charge, the GPS constellation that provides you navigation and provides the world a timing signal for everybody to use. Most people don't know that that's provided free of charge by the United States Space Force.
Space Force gives GPS for free to the world.
Yes, sir.
Well, why don't you open with that? Call yourselves the GPS Force.
Because we do a lot more than that.
Yeah, but you go with the thing that people know.
We do a lot more than that. Communication satellites. We have missile warning satellites that detect any kind of launch around the globe and provide warning of that. And so it's very critical to us, and our competitors or our adversaries have watched us and have seen us integrate space into everything that we do.
Who are our adversaries?
Specifically Russia and China. They're building space capabilities for their own use. So for example, they have a satellite that they launched in 2017. I call it a nesting doll satellite. It's a satellite that opens up and another satellite comes out, and it opens up and a projectile comes out.
Oh my God.
Designed to kill a satellite.
Do all these nations' satellites adopt their country's cultures? Like, does a Chinese satellite come out and chopsticks come out and like pick on the other satellites?
China has a satellite that has a robotic arm.
With chopsticks on it?
A robotic arm that can reach out and in the future grab another satellite, and satellites don't like to be grabbed.
What is the plan to stop that?
I won't go into all the details of what we can do, but let's just say I'm very comfortable that we can protect and defend our satellites.
That's ominous as hell. But I still wasn't sure why America's already bloated military needed a whole new military when we already have 5 other militaries. General, why did Space Force become its own branch of the military?
The Air Force has a lot of responsibilities that it does. It's primarily focused on the air domain, and the thought was because space was so critical to us, we had to stand up a separate service to be able to focus on it.
So atmosphere-wise, where does the Air Force end and Space Force begin?
There's really not a firm, dedicated, recognized.
Clouds.
But what happens is
above clouds, Space Force. Below clouds, Air Force.
You can think of it above where airplanes work, wings work, and where orbital dynamics takes over, roughly about 100 kilometers.
So above 100 kilometers, that's where the Space Force people are?
No, in fact, our force is on the ground.
So they come in every day and sit behind a computer?
Largely, a lot of their work is done behind computers, in terminals, operating capabilities, or in optical telescopes looking out in space. So Space Force is less Starship Troopers and more Office Space. But are these keyboard warriors even ready to protect us from the real threat facing mankind? Have you considered maybe looking a little outwards and looking at the threats that are external that might be coming to Earth? For example, aliens that might be coming? So again, our mission is a little bit closer to home. NASA's mission is more exploratory and more science. And so they have gone out and... I get it. General, Space Force, GPS, NASA, nerd shit. But we need
some dudes who look as scary as you with guns pointing outwards in case aliens come?
I'm not naive or closed-minded to think that there might be something that would be out there, but we're not focused on aliens.
All right, well, it just seems like it's a big hole in the national defense plan, and if no one's going to plug that hole, I just feel like maybe Space Force should step up and, maybe provide some orbital defense against aliens.
Thanks for your advice.
Okay, well, General, thank you for taking the time to speak to me, even though Space Force has nothing to do with lasers or aliens or spaceships, and I wish it was cooler. I do appreciate the need for a GPS system that works.
Thank you for the opportunity. I couldn't be more proud of the Guardians, that I appreciate the opportunity to tell their story, because most Americans don't understand what they do.
I agree. So even though I'm still not sure what it does, Space Force represents what the American government does best. Find new ways to give billions of dollars to the military-industrial complex. But hey, if they're going to offer free GPS, then I say live long and prosper, Space Force. Earth Day is almost here. The day that the world comes together to celebrate this planet that we all share. Unless your ideas about it are stupid, in which case I'll have to fight you on the street. And prove me wrong. Earth Day edition. Earth doesn't deserve to be celebrated. Prove me wrong.
Maybe you're right.
Wow, that was the easiest prove me wrong I've ever had to win. What has the Earth ever done for you?
I mean, I was born here, I got these clothes here.
Yeah, but the Earth didn't do any of that. We did that. We did the shit.
Earth is a great place.
Really? What's so great about it?
I mean, you got the animals, you have the birds.
Oh. When's the last time you pet a bird?
About 2 years.
Okay, what do you mean 2 years ago you pet a bird?
My friend Eric, he owns a parakeet.
We don't need to be thankful for everything.
If we're not thankful for the Earth, we'd be dead.
I'm not thankful for the Earth, I'm still alive.
Okay, then when you do die, then just, how do I explain it?
You can't explain.
You can explain it though.
You can't explain stupidity. 你不要跟我说你真是庆祝Earth Day。
啊，我们 Malaysia 都每天都关灯都庆祝。
没有 ，Malaysia 是最不环保的。你还跟我说，Malaysia celebrates Earth Day?
Yeah, we celebrate Earth Day.
Nobody knows what we just said, so inside is better than outside. Prove me wrong.
Inside, you got like central air. You breathe in other people's air. You breathe in other people's shit. You breathe in their piss. It's the same stuff.
You're breathing other people's shit and piss in.
That air that's coming through, that's from everybody's apartment.
Really?
Yeah.
Outside is better.
Why?
Well, at least we can see people.
Oh man, that's the best part of the pandemic. I didn't have to see anybody.
Really?
Yeah, look at all these people now. Just walking around, making noise, staring, taking photos without permission, driving around. Inside is better than outside. Prove me wrong.
Why don't you prove me wrong?
No, that's not what this segment's called. This segment's called Prove Me Wrong, okay? You're a kid. Don't you like being inside and playing Minecraft? Don't you like playing Minecraft?
Video games are my top priority.
Okay, I'll bite. What is your top priority?
Rock climbing is actually my favorite thing to do.
Oh man, we got the wrong kid for this segment. You're Mr. Outside.
The plants
What about the plants?
relax you,
Yeah, okay, massages relax you too.
not like plants.
I never had a great massage from a plant.
Oh, you know what plant I'm talking about. There's only one plant on Earth that makes the
Oh.
Earth good, makes you forget all your problems.
Oh, I see. You're talking about cocaine.
Oh no.
There's better air. It's fresh.
Have you smelled the air around here lately? We're in New York City, lady.
See, inside there's couches.
Yeah,
There's also the fridge.
yeah.
You're supposed to be on his side or my side?
Okay, I guess you do belong outside.
Well, it's definitely safer outside. There's no door frames.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'10".
Okay. Well, outside's easier for you because I guess you're the apex predator of everything.
You know, I'm actually a vegetarian.
Oh, what?
It's also the best way to reduce your carbon footprint is to eat less meat.
Shut the up. You're in no place to talk about carbon footprints, all right? What's your carbon footprint? You're like a size 15? If something goes extinct, we didn't need it in the first place. Prove me wrong.
If you could eat a dodo bird, would you eat it?
No.
I feel like you're not like exploring enough.
Wait, so your argument against this is we should be eating the things that went extinct.
Yeah.
That's how they went extinct.
So dinosaurs.
Yeah.
If
You miss dinosaurs?
Yeah. Well, if dinosaurs didn't go extinct, people would be pretty broke right now because people dig up fossils as a living and get money from selling it to the museums. People would be broke if they didn't do that.
What are you, an archaeologist or something?
Actually, no, I'm a kid.
If something goes extinct, we didn't need it in the first place. Prove me wrong.
That's a hard one.
That's really hard to argue, to be honest.
Okay, great, we're done here. Bill Gates. He's rich, he's brilliant, and apparently he's out of his mind.
This is a container of human feces.
Why is one of the richest men in the world carrying a jar of his own shit? I went to Seattle to find out what's wrong with Bill Gates. Mr. Gates, it's a huge honor to meet you. Just a quick question. What the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great. Love what I'm doing.
Okay, so why are you carrying around your own poop in a jar?
Well, I did have a beaker of human feces when I was explaining why we need a reinvented toilet.
You don't need to reinvent a toilet. We shit in it, then we push a button, then the shit disappears. It's perfect.
Well, toilets are something we take for granted, but billions of people don't have them. Even in these growing cities and poor countries, they can't afford to build sewers, and that causes diseases. And so we have to come up with a very different way of taking care of that waste.
And because so much of the world lacks a sanitary place to poo, Bill launched the Reinvent the Toilet Challenge. It funds scientists to redesign toilets that don't need a sewer system.
We put several $100 million into this to show that it can be done.
Wait, sorry, hang on. You put several $100 million into toilets.
Giving it away, you bet.
Oh my God. Is Bill Gates literally flushing his fortune down the toilet? To find out, I flew all the way to University of South Florida, where Professor Daniel Ye and his team are using Gates funding to make some sort of magic poop box.
So what we have here essentially is a miniature version of the wastewater treatment plant, and we can put this anywhere in the world. In the bioreactor, we have microorganisms. They eat the poop and turn into clean water.
Okay, why do the microbes eat the poop?
The microbes eat the poop because that's what they do.
Did you ask them if they want to do that?
Well...
yeah, why don't you give them a muffin or something? Maybe they like a muffin.
Okay, I'll make a note of that, but when you show them the poop, they love it.
Despite his crazy talk, there's just something about this guy. I don't know what it is, but I trust him. So I decided to give his machine a try.
So normally we would have a block of toilets, right? And then the waste from the toilets would come here. It'll go into the machine, and then using solar power, we can turn the poopy water into clean water.
So you stand by this?
Yeah.
Or I'll prove it.
Okay.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Well, how many times did it not work and you end up drinking your own shit?
Well, it's worked so well that we're actually working with NASA. Astronauts have to poop, and we can turn that poop into clean water and nutrients and even energy.
Wait, do you say energy?
Yeah. The microbes in the bioreactor make methane. That's the same stuff that's in natural gas. You can burn it.
Bill Gates, you sneaky bastard. You just found a filthy little back door into the most profitable industry in the world. Energy. You didn't say anything about energy.
Yeah, it's one way to make it cheap to process the sewage is to sell these outputs.
You should open with that next time. Don't open with the saving the world, kids, and disease thing. Open with, yo, we're making toilets that can convert shit into energy. We need to make these toilets as expensive as possible. Because based on my research, everyone poops. I mean, everybody.
Well, unless we make them super cheap, they're not going to get out to the poorest who need them the most.
Look, I know you've made your money. Some of us here are still trying to win this game.
Well, if you have an idea, let us know.
I've got nothing but ideas for this.
Okay.
So this is an iPad. Great device. I love using it.
Hey, yeah.
So what's the worst seat on a plane? Next to the toilet. But what if every seat was a toilet? Poop-powered planes. to keep the plane in motion, we have to keep shitting. High pressure, I know, but it gives the airlines incentive to feed us.
I'm not sure the numbers work.
How about this? It's a toilet that you shit in, and it powers a cannon that shoots the shit out to my neighbor's house. Why are you laughing?
That's not legal.
Listen, man, I'm up here just trying to come up with ideas here to save the world. Okay, what are you doing?
That's what I'm doing.
No, that's what I'm doing. I'm here giving you ideas. All you're doing is shitting on them.
Well, I don't think those ideas are ready yet, but we do have a lot of ideas that are in the field, being tested in Durban. It's trying to cover the 30% of their residents that don't have great sewage processing. We are going to completely change the future. Everybody's going to have a great toilet.
Well, here's to everyone having a great toilet. Cheers.
Not bad.
Now guess where that came from? You just drank my shit. How's it taste?
That's a very successful process there. It tasted like normal water. Good job.
Thank you, Bill. There's more where that came from. Ice cream, vacations, long walks on the beach. I hate all that shit. Welcome to Prove Me Wrong, summer edition. Summer is the worst season, prove me wrong.
Well, I would say summer is the season where everyone's the happiest. During the summer, everyone gets to come outside.
Everybody's shirt turns into a Rorschach test.
But during the summer, when everyone's sweaty and gross, everyone's sweaty and gross. We're all equal during the summer.
So you're making a Marxist argument for BO during summer?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, sorry. This is the free world. The top 1% should not have BO.
How do you smell?
Go ahead, smell me. I dare you. Smell this shit right now.
You smell like me. See, we're the same.
That's not a compliment. Pools are better than oceans. Prove me wrong.
Pools are stinky. They have nasty people that go in there. They just get in with their funky bodies and their sweaty cells and just plop up in there.
Yeah, you think people don't pee and poop in the ocean?
Oh,
It's not just people, by the way. You think whales are coming on land to take a shit?
Yeah, if they want to.
No, they're not. They're shitting in the ocean, okay? It's whales, it's jellyfish, it's seals, it's octopus, it's every thing in there just shitting into your mouth. Oceans are just pools that are trying to kill you. Do you have any shark sightings have been here this last week? There's 5.
Like, did you see the shark?
No.
Interesting.
Oh, so your argument is I didn't see the shark, so therefore the ocean is safe? Well, good luck out there.
I've never seen a shark at the beach myself.
So what, you're a shark denier?
Can't get food from pools either. There's no fish in pools. But in the ocean, I'd be sustaining myself.
Yeah.
Fresh coconuts, fresh fish.
You can't eat anything near the ocean. The sand gets in it.
Protein.
Put your money where your mouth is. This is food.
All right.
This is your food on the beach.
Do it. That good enough for you?
Okay, I got some bad news for you. There's no protein in sand. Get the out of here.
Right. Thanks for the fries. Yeah, thanks, bro.
Pigeons are better than seagulls. Prove me wrong.
Pigeons are literal like rats with wings. Genetically, they used to be white, but then out of like Darwinism and like after all these years, they actually turned black to adapt to like certain environments, and they're so gross.
Why do you have to make this racial?
It's
I'm
not
talking about
racial.
pigeons versus seagulls, not why are pigeons black.
scientific.
How much InfoWars do you watch?
No, but it's like just over time, like they start they used to be white, but genetically over time they like.
People have been canceled for less than that. Popsicles are gross, prove me wrong.
Why are popsicles gross?
I don't need to watch someone fillet a dessert. Eating ice cream is gross enough, but at least you can't deep throat it.
I'm sorry, it prepares you for life. That's a lot of work. And there's lots of instances where you have to do things similarly to eating a popsicle.
Do you work in show business?
No, but popsicles are good, man. You got all different kinds of flavors.
Like what?
50-50 bars. You got an original popsicle. You got bomb pops.
None of those are flavors. Okay, so you tell me what flavor that is.
This is grape, and I actually really love grape. Everybody hates on it, but it's so good.
Grapes don't taste like that in real life, okay? The guy who created the flavor grape clearly has never had a grape before. Yeah, see? No, that's... You ate it like a pelican. You didn't even chew it. How did you do that? It's sticking to your beard now. Oh.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, see, that's, no, man. Popsicles aren't gross, you are gross.
What's wrong? What you got against popsicles?
They're messy, they make my hands sticky.
Why? You don't eat it fast enough?
Yeah.
Can't put it in your mouth fast enough?
No, why don't you demonstrate right now? Ugh, yeah. Okay, that's very experienced.
Look, no mess. Look at no mess. You even still have my lip gloss on.
Okay, you know what? That was actually, as much as I want to hate on that, that was actually pretty impressive. I feel like you actually did prove me wrong. So you know what?
Good? What's happening?
All right.
Is that what I win?
You get to wear the golden thong. You have now earned the right to take my place.
No, I'm good.
Behind the prove me wrong.
I'm wearing my own thong.
No, you've clearly proven
that-
me wrong.
that golden
That's what
thong
happens
is-
when you prove me wrong.
No, no,
you
it's
have to
okay.
take over. No, you gotta take my place now.
no.
It's like Highlander.
Golden thong is-
You're right. Now take my spot. As someone who's lived all over the world, it's my responsibility to let Americans know that the rest of us think a lot of what you guys do is super weird. For example, American football, which you guys think of as the most normal thing ever. But let me assure you, everything about it is crazy. Before the game even starts, everyone has to stand up and sing the national anthem together. Nobody else on the planet does that. We just assume everyone knows what country they're in before the game starts. And then there's the game itself. First of all, the teams all have like 300 people. That's not a sport, that's an army. There's so many people that everyone has their own special little job to do. Like one guy throws the ball, one guy kicks the ball, one guy throws the ball to the guy who throws the ball. And speaking of the ball, this isn't normal either, okay? Balls are supposed to be round. That's the main thing that makes it a ball. But in this insane sport, even the ball looks like it has brain damage. And what's with the scoring? 6 points for a touchdown, 1 point for the kick after you make it, but if you make the same kick before you scored, it would have been 3 points. And you can also score a touchdown again after the touchdown, but this time it's only worth 2 points. Who came up with this shit? If you ask me, a touchdown should be worth 100 points. The player deserves it. He basically dodged a mugging with a slippery almond in his hand. And 100 points would be way easier to keep up with than all these other numbers. How do you people get drunk at these games and still follow along without a spreadsheet? And speaking of drinking, you guys realize how weird tailgating is, right? Like, I don't care how you want to brand it. Getting drunk in a parking lot isn't a family activity. It's a sign to get your life together. I feel like the whole thing started because a bunch of pickup trucks broke down in a stadium parking lot and they just tried to play it off like, oh, no, we meant to park here for 5 hours before the game. But if you're tailgating at a game, better not be too young, because don't forget about America's super weird drinking age. You gotta be 21 to drink in this country? That doesn't make sense. Okay, I guess you're trying to keep college kids from becoming alcoholics or something, but I'm pretty sure that experiment has failed. College dorms are so soaked in booze that if you lit a match, the whole building would explode. So maybe you're not going to a game. Maybe you're watching at home instead. In which case, you'll probably see about 50 TV ads for prescription drugs, which I know you think is normal, but trust me, you're the only ones. There's a reason this doesn't happen in other countries. Most of the people watching TV aren't doctors, so there's no reason to market to them directly, especially the way they do it. They're always asking you questions like, hey, are you drowsy or sad or achy or farting? Yes, I'm all those things right now because I'm a f***ing person. If someone needs a drug, the doctor will prescribe it. You shouldn't have to ask them if it's right for you. This doesn't happen in any other part of medical care. Okay, there's no TV ads asking you to ask your doctor whether they should cup your balls and make you cough. Your pervert doctor will do that on their own. Look, do your thing, America. Okay? Just know that whenever you're ready, you're more than welcome to join the rest of the world and start following soccer, a sport where the ball is round, the scoring is simple, and the only thing fans are doing in the parking lot is fighting each other to the death, like God intended. House of candy, hyper kids, candy apples stuck in braces. It's like Christmas for dentists, except it's prove me wrong. Halloween edition. Halloween sucks. Prove me wrong. It's
But
choking
there's
out.
candy.
Dude, it's America. There's candy every day.
Will you give me free candy?
Stop trying to get free shit from people. Pay your way once in your life, guys.
And the haunted houses. What do you have to say about the haunted houses?
Right.
Those are fun.
A little like nervous system
And
reset.
I can't do that on, Valentine's Day. That's not fun.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
not
like
the vibe.
I don't like holidays where I sometimes shit my pants.
That sounds personal.
What is the history of Halloween?
Satan's party before Christ comes to wipe him out. That's all I know.
Wait, so we end the year with Jesus because we summoned Satan during Halloween?
People liking candy.
You think that's how this started?
Yeah.
I guess not knowing your traditions is also an American tradition. Every other holiday is scarier than Halloween. Prove me wrong.
Easter. What's scary about Easter?
There's Easter, there's a giant bunny that shits chocolate that we pick up and eat.
I think Chinese New Year is less scary than Halloween.
We're talking about there's like lion dancers, people are letting off fireworks and crackers.
I mean, you just have to keep your head on a swivel and just keep lighting fireworks.
Okay, look at these other American holidays, okay? Thanksgiving, genocide, 4th of July, bombs, Christmas. Some old guy breaks into your home and leaves shit and eats cookies.
Flag Day. Halloween's definitely scarier than Flag Day.
So you're telling me you go down to the deep south and you got a bunch of guys waving American flags at you. You're not gonna be a little bit scared?
I think Mother's Day is less scary than Halloween.
Really? Well, it depends on the mother.
I have a great mother.
Do you wish that he was married?
Yes.
Do you still like Mother's Day?
Valentine's Day isn't that scary.
Valentine's Day, you have to put yourself out there with a Valentine's to tell someone that you like them with the chance that they might not like you back. That is way scarier than a bunch of kids running around dressed up as the princess from Frozen.
Okay, on Valentine's Day, if you get rejected, you move on, but if you reject kids from giving them candy on Halloween night, then they might stay at your house for like hours and then egg your house.
Egg your house.
That's what I do when someone rejects me on Valentine's Day as well. Scary costumes are better than sexy costumes. Prove me wrong.
Ew.
First of all, scary costumes way warmer than sexy costumes.
It's not too cold. It's fall. It's not winter. It's fall.
Okay, for the rest of us non-models, we get cold when we're not wearing clothes.
There's a price for fashion.
Yes, exactly. You get to be honestly just kind of hot. Period. For a night. Dress up as a hot kitty cat or a hot bunny, and no one gives a shit.
Yeah, but this is New York City. You can dress up as a hot kitty cat all the time and no one will give a shit.
Yeah, but what about Minnesota?
If you live in Minnesota and you dress up like a sexy cat, you're gonna freeze to death.
Hoes don't get cold. Hoes don't get cold, okay?
So do you think that sexy costumes are better than scary costumes?
Yeah, it makes everybody happy. Love is in the air.
Sexy costumes will get you laid, so.
You know what? I think you just won the argument right there. I think this topic is over. I guess you should take the desk.